Hi, everyone. I'm here. Just listened to a tape from Dean of Tony Robbins and Dean on Mastermind about introvert, extrovert. And I have to give a talk tomorrow at my spiritual center. And so, what I thought I'd do is actually talk and do the talk here and see how close I can be to who I really am because inside I'm an introvert and I really push myself to be an extrovert. And I don't want to do that. I want to come from a more real place. So, this is a practice video of me doing my thing. Okay. So, the talk tomorrow is about experiences. Uh, Last night, as I recognized something that I caused, um, I then surrendered it through forgiveness, but not before I took responsibility for it. It wasn't comfortable and it wasn't easy because I had this huge knot in my stomach. But awakening with awareness is my goal and purpose in life. No matter where it comes from, I'm in. The forgiveness I speak of requires the recognition that no matter what happens, there's a reason. And I can instill a great growth from my experiences. Also, because I know we are one in truth, who I see outside myself is me in truth. It may look like a different person, but there's only one in the whole of all creation. And I really do center on this. So there is no other. What happened was for the last 4 months, my world has systematically been removed piece by piece. I thought I knew who I was. A relationship as I knew it was breaking apart. My livelihood dried up to nothing. My expenses tripled. We all know who that is in the reality that we live today. And a family member was injured, and with no money to take care of her, I became the total caregiver 24/7, which really pushed me to every limit possible in the physical realm of, taking care of myself, let alone her. And she was bedridden. So things improved over time. It took a couple of months, but she wanted to move back to her home in Hawaii. And so I got her to the airport, yay. And then I had to come home and deal with taking the apartment that she was living in, which was connected to our house, and making it livable for somebody else. So I had to pack all of her belongings to go to Hawaii to be shipped when she can afford it. And all of this at the age of 73. Come on, I'm 73. I shouldn't be having to do this, right? Life isn't it supposed to get easier the older you get? At least that's what I thought years and years ago. But what I noticed last night, to find some balance in my life again, I started searching outside of myself for the solution to the problem that I was swimming in. I was prolonging the problem. Without noticing, I was really in total resistance. A friendship was being stretched beyond its limits. The problem just got bigger and bigger, and no one could help. Nobody. It was like everywhere I turned, nothing was happening. And I felt truly alone. Where was this love I thought I already was? The stream of events had me streaming in all directions, looking for solutions, but I was embedded in the problem. And like Einstein says, you can't solve a problem from the problem. You have to go outside of it. So I started listening to masterclass after masterclass to see where I was headed. My own prayer seemed not to help, and I'm a practitioner for the science of mind and spirit. But how come my prayer wasn't working for me? A few days ago, it dawned on me what I was doing. That's when my friends stopped talking to me. What had I done? I called and sent text and had no reply. I felt somewhere in this experience there was a lesson and a growth. I did not want to miss it. You tell me, haven't things got a little weird of late? Consciousness itself is spinning in all directions. Ernest Holmes writes about this shifting as we're all experiencing unexpected things in politics and communities. Awakening can be scary. It can feel real uncomfortable, especially with people who are unfamiliar with consciousness. There's a reason I joined CSL. It was because my mind needed more structure of a positive nature. To change a belief system long buried can be daunting, to say the least, but it doesn't have to. There's outside help. We forget we are one. The Creator's plan is designed so perfectly, and practitioners are skilled in helping. Think of looking at a mirror. When you talk to a practitioner, you're talking to yourself, uncovering yourself in a safe environment. This helps us release a ton of suffering from our own unconscious resistance. Practitioners listen with compassion. So when we take the plunge to take responsibility for the hidden thought systems and release them, great activators expand in our consciousness. That's what Ernest Holmes talks about, open at the top. We truly are open at the top until we shut ourselves off from that, but it's always there. I know this for myself. My friend only wanted my company. I was using her to get out of one of my problems with finances. In my awareness, it felt like I was using her, and the great awareness was I didn't need her like that. Now I was comfortable with how things were playing out. As I took responsibility, realizing I could, through my own claiming of my own sovereignty, solve the problems by letting go of the past, I thought that had to be. And letting go of it means really releasing it, means going into a state of awareness where it is literally lifted from me. Now, sometimes that takes forgiveness. This is an ego battle for me and required that forgiveness of all that played a part in this experience. What I mean is I had to take myself and the whole story and everyone in it and forgive it all, as though it never really happened. So it was like a virtual reality, lifting it up and looking at it, because that's what I have to do in forgiveness, is actually view the situation, all the parts of it, and forgive all the players, including myself and the experience. This is an ACAM activity that I've learned, and it helps me recognizing the real spirit that I am is having a dream, an experience that in no way defined me, because the truth is I never have been anything other than the God self that resides within me. So forgiveness does this. It kind of lifts. But forgiveness isn't the end. That slight emotion of things, not feeling right, is my guidance system that's at work for me. That gives me the clue to look again, look inside. What's happening? Who's doing what to whom? And can I take responsibility for it? Because what we look at dissolves. That's why we look at it. We can't bury it. So through this idea of really looking at the situation I was in with my friend, I found a peace and a joy for Stephanie. And with that, some clarity and a new courageous vision. Infinite intelligence does all this work. I just must be present for it to work. All the resistance left me, and now there was space inside to see the innocence of all involved. This gave me room for clarity, for a new me to emerge. It also gave me a newfound joy inside. And with that, I will go and take care of business. Love you all. I'm going to end this stream now.